Back here in Landsberg at the ADAC Crash Test Lab. Of course, I'm here for a crash test. Of course, you've been here with me before too, but this one is different. It's not a made in India car, but in fact, it's not just one car, it's two cars involved in the same test. An exclusive look at a frontal head-on crash collision between two cars. So, what is the point of this test, you ask? Well, the two cars involved here are the Peugeot Partner Patagónica, sold in Argentina, and the Peugeot Rifter, sold in Chile. Both MPVs are sold as new and comply with local regulations in their respective markets. And they are different generations of the same global model. So, let's see how this goes. Now, the Rifter is called that in the Latin American market. It also goes by the name Partner. There's also the Citroën Berlingo. The point being that there are multiple versions of this car, and this is in its third generation now. Now, the other car that we've seen is from the first generation, and that's the whole point of putting these two together, because there are many markets where you still see the older cars and the newer versions selling side by side. It is, of course, a price consideration, but from a safety point of view, it can prove to be pretty disastrous. The protection that the Rifter offered to the medium-sized adult driver during the crash test was good for the head and neck and adequate for the chest, and the car showed a stable structure. The older car, the Partner Patagónica, offers the driver poor protection to the chest and neck and marginal to the head. The injuries could be fatal, and the car also has an unstable structure. In fact, the driver dummy of the Partner Patagónica, which showed life-threatening injuries, prevented the structure from deforming further, and the car's door did not open and was also stuck pretty badly. Now, it's been more than 20 minutes, almost half an hour since the actual crash test happened. The point about this door still not having been opened, well, right now it's just about analyzing the impact. That's as far as what we are doing right now. But imagine a real-world situation for that long, not being able to open that door, not being able to sort of rescue the people who are trapped inside. That's the whole point of why these tests are done. To take a look at, finally now you can see the door is starting to come loose, and the rear door has still not been opened. So it's jammed shut. The two of them have almost fused together. It's really scary. And rescue workers in an actual highway accident could take even longer given climate conditions and the kind of tools they may have on hand or may not have. That's pretty bad. The Partner Patagónica's child restraint systems were installed using seatbelts, no ISOFIX, and they showed poor protection for the 3-year-old dummy and marginal and weak protection to the neck and chest for the 1.5-year-old dummy. The Rifter showed full protection for the 1.5-year-old and limited to good protection for the 3-year-old dummy. The result of the Partner Patagónica would have led to a 0-star rating in both Latin NCAP and global NCAP assessments, while the Rifter did fare very well. All right, now it may be really easy to focus on the absolutely catastrophic performance of the Patagonia in this crash test. You can see very obviously that that car hasn't done well, while the Rifter has. But I think to me the big takeaway is also a great example of how far manufacturing has come, how far vehicle crash protection technology has come, because you see the older platform, you see the car that they're immediately sort of trying to assess over there. The doors aren't opening, it looks absolutely terrible. But this one, on the other hand, seems to have fared a lot better. And so that shows you also the advancement that we have in terms of understanding how crash absorption works and how the platforms can actually be made a whole lot safer.
Share with us any such examples you still see in your markets of older and newer generation cars selling side by side or even plying on the roads together. And that's even if the older car is no longer officially on sale.